Hello, and welcome back to Western Carolina Orthotics and Prosthetics YouTube channel and our video series covering orthotics and prosthetics. Today we are going to be covering custom foot orthotics, which will be the first video in our orthotic video series. I'm Brian Wiggen, board certified orthotist prosthetist and co-owner of WCOP. Alright, let's dive right into the world of custom foot orthotics, why you may need them, what makes them different from an off-the-shelf type of an insert that you can buy, different materials they're made out of, and we'll touch on a few foot pathologies as well. So, to differentiate the difference between a custom foot orthotic and an off-the-shelf type device, we first need to understand what an off-the-shelf type device or insert is. We're all familiar with that kiosk in Walmart where you go and you stand on the plate and it measures the pressure points of your feet and gives you a number, and it tells you what number to look for an insert. You pick that and slide it down inside your shoes. There are a lot of different types of over-the-counter inserts, but most all of them are made to give you minimal support, maybe some shock absorbency and some cushion. But because they're made by the millions to fit everybody, they actually truly don't fit anybody. And they're not designed to mechanically control the foot as it moves through the gait cycle. As opposed to a custom foot orthotic, which is actually designed and built for the individual, those can be designed and built to specifically control the mechanics of the foot through the gait cycle. So let's kind of start at the beginning of where foot orthotics start, and then we'll go through some of the different materials and a few of the different types of foot orthotics. So, custom foot orthotics are generally prescribed by your physician or a foot and ankle doctor, and they are custom built to the patient. So, the patient makes an appointment to come in to have an evaluation done. That we do an evaluation of the patient's foot. We're going to check range of motion of the foot. We're going to do some manual muscle testing. We're also going to have the patient walk barefoot so that we can check how the foot is functioning mechanically through the gait cycle, and we're going to check that against the diagnosis that the physician has given, so that way we can properly design and build the custom foot orthotic. All custom foot orthotics should be designed and built to a positive model of the patient's foot. What that means, I have a foot model right here. So if I was seeing a patient for a custom pair of foot orthotics, once my evaluation was done and I determined the mechanical properties of what the foot was doing through the gait cycle, we're going to take either an impression foam imprint of the foot that we would pour into plaster and make a positive cast, or use a digital scanning technology to scan the foot, put that into a computer in a CAD system where we can modify that positive mold, make corrections, and to the alignment as well. Once that is done, then the custom foot orthotic can be built. There are a myriad of foot pathologies that custom foot orthotics are used for, and a myriad of different modifications, almost endless, that can be done to a custom foot orthotic. Alright, so now we're going to look at a few different types of custom foot orthotics. So as I just explained, custom foot orthotics are built to a positive mold of the patient's foot. That mold has been corrected and aligned, and now we're going to build a custom foot orthotic for that particular person's pathology. The first one that we're going to look at is what's called a semi-rigid type of an orthosis. There is no metal or plastic in this type of an orthotic. Instead, it's a composite of several different materials layered together. We do that because we can get different properties from the different materials to make the foot orthotic function in different ways. This has a fairly rigid type of material in here that is a non-metal or plastic or a composite, but it gives us a lot of structural support. Then this is also layered with several cushion layers as well. This gives us a lot of shock absorbency and cushion, along with giving us good support. And you'll notice with a custom foot orthotic is that they have a heel cup. The reason we have a heel cup is to control that hind foot through the gait cycle. Controlling that hind foot is important, especially when we start making modifications to the orthotic to change its angulation. As I said before, it's almost endless what you can do with a custom foot orthotic and what you want to achieve. But a custom foot orthotic, it can be wedged on one side or the other at the heel. It can be wedged at the forefoot. We can change how the arch is and how much posting we have, or the transmetatarsal arch. But this type of an orthosis gives us the mechanical properties and a lot of shock absorbency and cushion. If we need a foot orthotic that offers more mechanical control, Then we're going to move up to what's called a rigid type of an orthotic. This type of an orthotic, again, built off of a positive mold of the patient, incorporates some type of a rigid component to it, whether it be a plastic or a composite. This gives us a very rigid shell to really control the mechanics of that foot as it's moving through the gait cycle. You also notice that this has a little bit higher heel cup, gives us better capture on the heel bone, on the calcaneus, to better control that hind foot. Also, it gives us a lot of stability and support in that medial longitudinal arch. These are most of the time fabricated where we leave the front part fairly flexible. That gives us that nice rollover gait right there, that nice heel-toe rocker, so we're not impinging the forefoot. Also, once the foot reaches toe off as it's coming up, this part of the orthotic is unloaded. It's no longer mechanically controlling the foot because now this part is moving into swing. And again, just like with the semi-rigid, there are a myriad of modifications that can be done to this type of an orthosis, depending on how the trim lines are done or how the heel is posted and at what angle it's set at. For maximum control of the foot, we move to what's called a Ucb Style Orthoses. These are generally some type of a rigid thermal plastic, and they come up very high around the heel to capture that heel bone and really stabilize that hind foot. It also comes up very high on the medial aspect right here to give us maximum control of the foot. These again can be modified in many different ways depending on the type of pathology that we're dealing with. They can be wedged, they can be trimmed in certain ways to mechanically make the foot function how we need it to for correction in the alignment as well. So that gives us just a little bit of an overview of custom foot orthotics, the different types of materials that are used in them and why we use different types of materials as opposed to an off-the-shelf type of item. Now, there is a myriad of pathologies that custom foot orthotics are used for, and we're not really going to touch on those in this video, but we are going to be doing subsequent videos where we will be looking at individual pathologies of the foot and ankle and why a particular type of custom foot orthotic is used for that as well. So if you have any questions or comments or want to know something specific about specific type of heel pain or pathology or arch pain, and you have questions, please leave some comments below. Follow us on Facebook. You can leave questions and comments there as well. And check out our website, where we have got a full section on custom foot orthotics and different pathologies. We've got a really great guide on there. This is our printed version of a guide to custom foot orthotics. This covers a myriad of different pathologies, the type of orthotics that we use for those as well. And this is in digital form on our website. You can click on certain pathologies and it will show you different types of orthotics and why we use those. So please stay tuned for the pathology videos that are coming, and also look out for our next video, which we will be moving up the kinetic chain, and we will be covering AFOs or ankle foot orthoses. We will be crossing the ankle joint. Again, thank you again for watching.